there, folks. I'm Charlotte, the Gulf Coast Granny, and welcome to my channel tonight. I'm not going to be doing anything except sitting here and drinking a glass of wine and chatting with everybody that wants to come in. So hang on, I'm going to clean my lens real quick. I forgot to do that. There we have it. Hey, Jamie, how are you? It is so good to see you in here. How's everything going this evening, my dear? I done hit the wine bottle. You know it. I actually haven't opened it yet. I've got to unplug and go get it. I just woke up from the most glorious nap because I'm probably going to be here fairly late. Hey, Terry. Hey, Kat. Lord have mercy, my wine glass is missing. I guess I'm going to have to use a mason jar. Hadn't failed me yet. So how are you guys doing? Terry, how are you? And Kat, tell me what's going on. Alrighty then. Now I can sit down and relax. Grumpus, what are you drinking tonight? I just hit the bottle too. Give me 1 second and I'm going to get a link up here so y'all can come in and visit with me if you'd like to. If you don't want to, that's fine too. This might get loud because I'm not good at this. Y'all know me. I'm the techno queen, ain't I? Here, let me put a link in the chat. Look, I got some peppers today from my garden. There we go. I'm going to show it to y'all. There's the link down there in the chat. Anybody who wants to come up and visit with me, just come on in. And I'm going to do my normal warning. If I don't know who you are, never seen you before, chances are, if you don't show your face down there in the basement, I'm not letting you up here. 7-Up? 7-Up cherry. What? Don't you know that alcohol kills germs, Grumpus? Are you doing better now? I'm just curious because you're here and I haven't seen you for a month. Just know that you were missed so much. Just opened a can of sardines. Gonna need them. Oh, God. You have all the minutes you want, Grumpus. All the minutes you want. So anyhow, let me go over here and show you guys my peppers. Okay, look. These are Anaheim peppers. Ta-da! That's only one of them, of course. But look at there. That's a pretty decent harvest for one day. I didn't even know they were out there. How stupid is that? So I'm walking around my garden today. And I was thinking about how I'm going to do my fall garden and trying to, plan everything. And I was cleaning up a little bit, pulling some weeds. And I get to the bed where those peppers were planted. And that's where the cucumbers were in the spring. Well, I pulled the cucumbers down, 2 months ago? And forgot about everything in there. I paid no attention to it, none. So I went out there today, and as I was pulling weeds in that bed, peppers are hitting me in the head. I said, hot diggity dog. So what I think I'm going to do is tomorrow fire up the grill and roast them on the grill. What do you think of that? And I might even just throw in it, I'm not going to eat them tomorrow, not all of them. So I thought what I would do is once they're finished roasting, just put them in a big old mason jar with some olive oil or some kind of oil and put the top on them and stick them in the fridge to say, you know, kind of like you would roasted red peppers. What do you think? You think that's a good idea? Thanks, Terry. Terry, how are you doing since your surgery? Are you up and about now? Trying to lay off the caffeine for a few days. Well, I guess that makes sense. I would probably die if I laid off the caffeine for a few days. But I understand that some people need to do that. Excuse me. Vinegar will give a better shelf life. Oh, thanks, Grumpus. Now, I'm not going to can them. I'm just going to let them, you know, sit and use them up throughout the next couple of weeks. You think it'll last a couple of weeks to a month in the fridge like that with vinegar? You got a full release. Hot diggity dog, Terry. I'm so happy for you. That is wonderful. And I know you've got to be feeling better. You've been ready to fight somebody for a cup of coffee. Hot. You know what, Grumpus? I'm on your side. If I was there, I'd let you fight with me. It would be fun for a minute. Look, I sent Poppy to bed tonight, y'all. He had a headache and he was grumpy. And instead of letting him stress me out by being grumpy, I said, go to bed. And he said, all right, fine then. And I said, I'm not mad with you. I just want you to go to bed. Oh, good. Terry, that makes my heart happy. It really does. It does. You would have a I would too, Kat. I would have a terrible headache without caffeine. I would. And I'd probably be a real grump without my caffeine too. And see, I'm not a huge coffee drinker in the morning when I wake up. But at about 10 o'clock, I start drinking coffee, usually between 10 and say 2 or 3 in the afternoon, and then I have to quit. Hey, Plain Vanilla Grandma, how are you? Oh, thank you so much. She said, hello, I'm new here, but I watched your veggie lasagna review and liked you. Thank you so much. You know what? That vegetable lasagna was really so surprisingly good, and I know I said that in the video, but I've bought it twice since that video and ate it for lunch. Sent one with Poppy to lunch so he could, you know, cook it in the, they have a little toaster oven where he works. And actually, they have almost a full-size kitchen. A small full-size kitchen, but still. And he could cook it in that toaster oven. He could cook it in the big oven, but of course, it makes more sense to use a toaster oven simply because it doesn't heat up the whole place. But anyhow, we love it. We absolutely love it. Yeah, Kat, we are all so tickled that Grumpus is on the mend. I for one, thought he was dead. I swear to you, I thought he was dead. I was so worried. I emailed him. I said, "What the devil is going on with this dude?" But you know, I had it in the back of my mind. I'm a little psychic. No, I'm teasing. I knew something was wrong because it's just not like him not to be around and pop in here and pop in there. So you're still a bit swollen, but no more pain. And that was the goal, wasn't it? No more pain, Terry. I'm so glad. You know what, Vanilla Grandma, I can't tell you how surprised I was. Truly, it was pretty good. The reason I did that video was because Mary at My Simple Cottage Life, she did a review on the turkey bake. And she did it, I believe, last Thanksgiving. But they have a brand, their own Great Value turkey bake. Same premise, you bake it in the oven. It's very inexpensive, maybe $6.50 or so. Feeds about the same amount of people as that lasagna would, maybe 3 meals. And she reviewed it and said she liked it so much. Well, when I was at my Walmart looking for it, because I was going to try it, they didn't have any at my Walmart. So I saw that lasagna bake right in that same section, and I bought that. And that's how I found it, was Miss Mary over there at her Cottage Life, My Simple Cottage Life. Look, if y'all haven't seen that channel, go over and check out Miss Mary. She's just a wonderful. Grumpus, I know you're one of my mods. Kat, I think you're a mod too. If one of you guys would go find My Simple Cottage Life and drop it in the link for me, I'd really appreciate that. And actually, Jamie up here, Jamie, say something. Jamie's Realistic Life. She is a budgeting channel that I watch religiously. And she budgets on a very, very tiny budget. She just had to quit her job and she has to go on disability. And her husband is also on disability. So she's trying to do those budget binders like I do on a teeny tiny little budget. And let me tell you what Miss Jamie has done. She's created an Etsy shop for herself, and she's creating little books of savings challenges to sell on Etsy, which I think is wonderful. Thank you, Terry. I appreciate that. This Terry just dropped the link for My Simple Cottage Life. Miss Mary's wonderful, and she's such a sweet soul. She ain't near as mean as I am. It's okay, Kat. Don't you worry about that. I knew somebody in here would know how. Shoot, I probably wouldn't know how to do it if I was just on my phone. But anyhow, Mary has a bunch of cats. She lost her husband, I believe, last year. And she lives on a very limited income as a widow. And I think she does a beautiful job. I mean, I think she's got a tiny little cottage that they got it for free from their church. For free. And I forget the whole story, but if you want to know what it is, go and watch her channel, because it's on a video in her channel about how they acquired that house. My dog is tap dancing over there and doing the pee dance. So we're going to get up and let her out before I have to disown her. Go on, both of you. Go on. Every time I open the door to let the dog out, the cat thinks he has to go out too. But anyhow, go check out Jamie's Realistic Life, and also My Simple Cottage Life. You're welcome, Jamie. Look, I'm gonna spit it out there and throw it around to everybody, because number one, you need the subscribers. She's trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. I think she's about halfway there. I don't know Jamie, where are you on watch time? I'm just curious. If you don't want to tell me, that's okay. Honest. I just want people to help you if they can. Oh, Kat, I'm in love with my chicks. I'm so in love with them, and they're doing beautifully. They're super active. They're extremely healthy. You're at 2,500 hours. Well, it won't be long then. It will not be long. Look, Jamie, if you want a little tiny bit of advice, do a live stream. Do a live stream and do it about once a week. Now, you don't have to do live streams for as long as I do. Sometimes I get a little carried away in the evenings. I do one live stream a week, usually on Friday or Saturday night, usually Fridays. But if I skip a Friday, I'll do it on Saturday. And it took me 9 months from the time I started live streaming until I had all my hours. And I didn't have as many as you. So that's, just a little bit. Just a little bit. Cat pain free is awesome. It sure is, isn't it, Terry? Boy, I'm telling you, things are turning around for everybody, and I love it. Um, you're welcome. You're welcome, Jamie. Kat, I wanted to tell you, I spent probably 4 hours today in a lawn chair, sitting in front of that makeshift brooder that Poppy made. Actually, it's not makeshift. He did a real good job on it. And trying to figure out what my 2 mystery chicks are, because I know which ones they are. And I think I've narrowed it down. I think the brown one, and it's such a beautiful reddish brown color. It has no markings on its face, and it has a darker brown, it kind of looks like a Black Widow spider violin on its back, but it's really, really dark brown. And I've decided he's either a Barnevelder, I'm not sure how you say that, or a Partridge Rock. There's an or a Partridge Wyandotte. That's what I think. I'm not sure yet. And then the black and white one that I know is the mystery chick, I have decided is either a Cuckoo Marins or a Dominic. So we'll see. Maybe Jamie, oh, hang on. Maybe Jamie can do a live stream after Charlotte is over. We wrap it up about 4 in the morning. Grumpus, stop telling all my secrets. Oh, well, everybody here knows it. Plain Vanilla Grandma said, oh, you just subbed. Thank you so much. I know that's going to help her out. 575. Jamie, you're doing a lot. I think the last time I looked, you were around 500. So that's amazing. Great job. Whatever she is, I hope she's a good layer. Girl, me too, because you know what's going to happen to her if she ain't. It honestly, Kat, this is the truth. I don't necessarily care if the new babies that are the mystery chicks, if they lay a lot or not, because I've got all those other ones that I am 100% positive are going to be laying machines. I've got 4 Australorps, 2 blacks, 2 blues. I've got 2 California whites. I've got 2 Easter eggers and a Buff Orpington. I'm not going to have any problem with eggs at all. And now today, let me tell you what happened today. I think whenever I showed the big girls their competition, I got 5 eggs today. Sure enough, they're messing with me. I know they are, but they're out of here. I ain't sure where they're going yet. If you want some chickens, let me know. But they're not staying here. I'm half tempted to give them to my daughter because she's got a really big coop at her house, and at least half of them will probably go to my daughter's house, and the other half, I don't know. But it's been a long 2 years with those birds out there. Oh, Grumpus just subbed too. Thank you, Grumpus. Thank you. She can really use a boost. Really use a boost. And she just made this book of savings challenges. I think she's, Jamie, correct me if I'm wrong, but was the gnome one the second one that you did? Because I think I remember seeing one last week that you posted. But the one she has that I saw today, it has all these gnomes on the cover, cute little garden gnome things, very colorful. And you open it up, and there's a savings challenge for each month in this, I'm not sure what kind of binding they call it, but it's this plastic spirally looking binding. And there's a savings challenge for each month, and it's for low income folks. Each savings challenge, I don't believe there's any savings challenge in there over about $125 for the month. And you know, that's a lot of money to try to save when you're on disability. Shoot, it's a lot of money to try to save for me. Well, You know, because I got too many kids over here absconding with all of our paychecks. Are they crock pot size? Yes, my chickens are definitely crock pot size. You can definitely come and get them if you want them. But I'm not plucking them. Not that. No, not doing that. Terry, you're tired tonight, honey. Why don't you go on to bed? I can see you next time. It's not going to hurt my feelings none. That's why I took a nap. I went in there and laid down at about probably 7:30, and I told Poppy, I said, make sure I'm awake by 9:15. And he did. He did. I was awake a little bit before that, just laying there waiting to listen for his alarm. But I'm sorry, I'm trying to read the chat and talk at the same time. Y'all know I'm not good at that. Is my volume okay, or is it too loud? Somebody let me know. I don't know what I'm going to talk about now. Somebody give me something to talk about. We've been on the go since 7 this morning. Ooh. Well, I'll tell you what I'm going to talk about. Whoa, my kids started school yesterday. It was glorious, absolutely glorious. But let me tell you what I think is cruel and unusual punishment. Thank you, Grumpus. What is cruel and unusual punishment is that the school system, in all of its wisdom, started school on Thursday. They went to school for 2 days, and now I got to spend the whole weekend with them. Why couldn't they give me a whole week? Can somebody answer that? But my baby girl turned 17 this weekend, and you know what, Kat? I'm sorry, I'll get back to that. I want to address. I looked and looked for an email from you, and I never got one, or at least I don't think I did. I didn't find it. How's that? I didn't find it. I forgot what your email address is, or I just do it. Tell me what your email address is without the .com or the blank.com. And that way I'll search your name. The funny thing is, usually when I put Cat in there, it'll bring up, because I know I've looked for one of yours before. Yeah, I know it's been a while ago. Because I think we talked about it about 2 months ago, and I showed you what I had done. Let me get in there. Shoot, where's my... Y'all, I got me this fancy new light. I'm not sure if I need it or not. This thing was so cheap you wouldn't believe it. Oh, come on. Are you serious right now? Look at this. It's unplugged. Yeehaw. But anyhow, I got this fancy new light. But I think it's really, really bright, and I'm not sure. Dear God. Yeah, that's really bright. Let's see. I can turn it down. Now I look like, oh, well, I don't like the fact that it's showing in my glasses. You know what? That might be why I didn't find it, Kat. Hang on. I'm going to look right now. Hey, Marcel, how are you doing today? Y'all, is that lighting terrible? Because it looks to me like it's making a lot of shadows. Okay, I'm going to search my email. Y'all know I'm not good at doing two things at once. But that's okay, because I'm going to try my best. Thank you, Jamie. Thank you. My computer's trying to act stupid. Gosh. You know I'm always going to blame it on the computer and not me, right? Wait. 3:30. That's not an email. Booyah! Found it. Awesome. Kat, thank you. I'm going to text you next week, okay? That's fun. That's fun. The only problem Terry had today was the seatbelt going and rubbing where you're, well, I'd see where that would be a problem, Terry. But that's a lot better than the other problems you were having. So little by little. Well, hello, Mr. Jason Cleveland. How are you? Marcel, Jamie is, I don't know if you were in here when I was talking about her channel, but she is another budgeting channel that I watch. And if you want to go subscribe to her channel, it sure would help her out. Christina, hey! Wow, I've got a house full tonight, don't I? That's exciting. You know what I'm going to do just for y'all? I'm going to drop my link again. I know y'all are look, Marcel's probably putting kids to bed. And of course, Grumpus has got sardine breath. Grumpus, I think you ought to go brush your teeth before you come on this live stream. Especially before you go to bed, because you don't want Mrs. Grumpus to be grumpy. Thanks, Marcel. She really needs some support over there. Oh, and Marcel, she makes the savings challenges. Not the same ones that I showed you, but her own savings challenges. And they're in her own Etsy store. She's even got a savings challenge book, and I think you'd really enjoy it. Christina, what's going on, my friend? How are things going for you, dear? You still on that job hunt? Something bit me when I was in my garden. One of the beauties of having these baby chickens is sitting out there with them and just watching them and letting them entertain me for free. And I love that. I just love that. The other ones don't entertain me at all, simply because I'm mad with them. And I could care less. I couldn't care less what they do out there. And I know that sounds a little bit anti-chicken, but for the love of Pete, how often do they have to disappoint me and lay deformed eggs? You know. Oh, I did, y'all, you know what I did? After I posted that video of that weird egg on my channel, I went ahead and went to Tractor Supply and got some chicken antibiotics. Because I got to thinking, what if one of them's got an infection and that's why it laid that funky egg? Because, you know, sometimes that can happen. Don't you call me a chicken hater? Grumpus, if you knew the story behind that phrase to me, I had some neighbors. Okay, I'll tell the story. I don't know if you've heard it before, but I'm about to tell it again. So I'm turning off this dishwasher. It's distracting me. What's that weird psychological disorder where you can't stand to hear weird noises or annoying noises or people chewing? I think I have it. But anyhow, so Poppy and I moved away from our house about 3 years after we bought it because he got this really good job over in Crestview, Florida. And it was an excellent job. And honestly, I still miss those paychecks. However, we hated living in Crestview, Florida. It's like the armpit of Florida. And we decided that we were going to come home back to Long Beach because we wanted our kids to be raised here and we liked the neighborhood. Look at you, you call it wife. You almost made me spit. You almost made me spit, Grumpus. I'm going to star your comment. So anyhow, after we did that and we moved back, while I was in Crestview, that's when I started raising chickens. And I had about 11 beautiful chickens. Well, the first time I bought chickens, Poppy built me this gorgeous chicken coop. I loved it. I think I only had 7 chickens back then, the first batch of them, and 2 pit bulls chewed their way into the coop and killed every one of my chickens, every one of my beautiful chickens. And I cried for 2 solid days over those chickens. I told Poppy to go outside. I ran back in the house and I said, there's dogs in my coop. And I was extremely emotional. Okay, I was hysterical. Okay. And I said, get your gun and kill him. Kill him. Well, he grabs his gun and he walks out there and he realizes that these dogs were smart enough to get in the coop, but they couldn't get their way out of the coop. And he looked at me and he said, Charlotte, I'm not killing caged dogs. At least open the door and give them a chance to leave before I shoot them. Give them a fighting chance, you know. I said, no, call animal control. They can come get them. Now, mind you, this was on a Saturday morning. So anyhow, we waited around for a few hours for animal control to come get those dogs, and they ended up belonging to somebody around the corner from us. Well, it devastated me. The whole incident did. And I don't like that light, y'all. I don't like it one bit. Anyhow, so Monday, after he got off work, he took me to the farm store to pick out new chickens. And I did. And at that point, I had 11. And I moved them from Crestview back here to Mississippi with me. Excuse me. And I didn't have those chickens in my yard for more than 24 hours before my neighbor come knocking on the door telling me he was going to call code enforcement on me if I didn't get rid of them chickens. So after a month of fighting with him and code enforcement, I ended up having to rehome the chickens. I lost that battle. Well, I knew that if I moved into a neighborhood, when we moved here, I knew that these neighbors would not care if I had chickens. My daughter has chickens at her house. And basically the policy around where we live is, back then, I don't know what the policy is now. I think they've changed the policy or the ordinance. But back then, you couldn't have, what did they call it? You're not allowed to have livestock in the city limits. And they considered poultry as livestock. And I fought with them. I said, no, it's not livestock. They're my pets. Well, you can only have 4 pets in the city limit. And I said, well, I'll get rid of 3 of them and I'll have 4. Because I had already gotten rid of some. So anyhow, it happened that way. So when I moved here, that's when I decided to get these freeloaders, thinking I was doing something to redeem myself and to be able to get back into chickens again, right? And yeah, they didn't turn out as well as I hoped they would, but now I've got this new batch and I think everything's going to be fine. Yeah, that's why you canceled your order for chickens, was your neighbors. That's a damn shame, Kat. Is it still that? See, back then, the ordinance or the zoning lady came to talk to me, and she was really unhappy that she had to make me get rid of my chickens. And she even went out and inspected the coop, and she said, this is one of the nicest coops I've seen be reported. She said, I can't believe they're reporting you for this. They had a great big 8x8, maybe it was 10x10. It was a great big coop. And by the time she had come to see the chickens, I only had 7 of them left after rehoming them, a few of them. And she told me, she said, this is clean. It doesn't smell. It's not like you're letting your chickens out to walk all over their yard. She said, I don't know what their problem is. But she told me, she said, if it's illegal to have chickens, but you can have them as long as your neighbor doesn't complain, because we're not going to come out here and tell you to get rid of them unless somebody complains. I said, well, so it's just my luck that I had to move in next door to Mrs. Kravitz? And she said, yeah, I'm sorry, but yeah, you just happened to be one of them people that had the crappy neighbor. And so after that incident happened, I decided that they didn't report me because they didn't want me to have my chickens. They reported me because they felt like it was going to destroy their property value and that it was too rednecky for them. Well, they're from up north anyway. But anyhow, I decided to show them what lowered property value really meant. So I decided, my husband worked at the police department at the time, and they had old tires from the police cars that were just stuffed off to the side. And he brought some of them home, and we spent a whole weekend painting tires. And we stacked tires up in the backyard and made garden out of tires. I put up a fence and painted chickens all along their side of the fence. I bought this little thing off of Etsy, and it was basically it was a guy going over the fence like this with great big eyeballs, and I pointed it at him. And I wrapped the hoses up in all the tires. And what else did I use tires for? Anyhow, and then what I did was I let all the oak trees in my yard drop their leaves and not rake them up, because I was mad. I miss you too, Christina. I was talking to you earlier. Didn't you hear me? Jason said, I've been enjoying your videos, and notice I have a turtle. What's its name? Grumpus, did you hear that? He's got a turtle. And he loves your videos. I love your videos too. What to name the turtle? Are you wanting the scientific name of the turtle, or are you wanting Grumpus to name your turtle for you? Just curious. So, yes, was it a little bit petty of me to do that? I completely agree it was. But I was mad as a hornet, and I felt like one of the reasons we moved to Mississippi was because we heard that property owners' rights prevailed over everything. You could live and let live in Mississippi. Well, apparently, not where I live. Unless you have a good neighbor. So there you have it. You call your turtle? Grumpus, really? I misread that comment. I'm sorry, Jason. I thought that you had a turtle. You just call your turtle. I'm so disappointed, Grumpus. I mean, couldn't you just call him Sassy or something like that, or Jurassic? That would be a good name. Call him Jerry for short, Jurassic. You got a cat named Kitty too. When I first moved to Mississippi, I had a neighbor, and she had a dog named Kitty. Poor Kitty passed away not long ago, too. Oh, you're on a panel right now. I understand, Christina. I get it. You're trying to pay attention to 2 things at once, aren't you? That's all right. Look, I know how challenging that is, because I am not the master of that. Of course, I am the master of self-deprecation, so... All right, so Poppy's not here for me to argue with, so I need some company, y'all. Grumpus on fire. I'll call it soup if it bites any fish. Oh, I know you will. I know you will. Did you get new fish, Grumpus? You said you were going to in the spring, but I never followed up with that. Did you tell me that you got fish? No, I think it's been that long since you've been on live stream because I don't. No, you didn't get fish? I'm confused. Oh, well. Once you get up here, I'll do the interrogation. So anyhow, I think I'm going to have a new theme for the fall on my channel, y'all. I think we're going to do, it's going to be called Fall Garden Glow Up. It's a new term that I learned. It's a YouTube thing. I'm so tickled with myself. Apparently, this is a trending thing to do, a glow up. And apparently what these people do is they get all new makeup on and they change their lives. They might lose weight. They might start exercising. I'm not doing all that. But I am going to clean up my garden and put some new plants in it and kind of refresh it and give it a new life. And that's why I'm calling it the Garden Glow Up. What do you think of that? Okay. Jamie said, I got 2 red ear slider turtles and a baby sulcata tortoise. Is that how you say that, Jamie? Sulcata. Did you show those on your videos, Jamie? Because I swear I think I remember seeing those. And I think it's freaking amazing that you have a tortoise. And how long do those live? Because in Finding Nemo, Marlin, what was his name? The daddy learned that the sea turtles live for 250 years. So I don't know how long a tortoise lived. Yeah, the baby. Yeah, okay. I thought I remembered that. Those are great names. We had a cat named Kitty when I was a kid. A tortoise can live up to 150 years. See, they weren't lying, were they? They were not lying. That is so amazing. You know, it's a shame people can't live that long. Some people. Did I say that? I didn't say that. I did not say that. But yeah, I mean, I decided that I'm going to live to be 144 just so I can irritate my children to death. Yeah. According to them, I've already irritated them to death as they were growing up. They ain't seen nothing yet. I hadn't got that old yet. Yeah, some people. Well, you know, old Billy Joel wrote that song about only the good die young. And sometimes that is the truth. And I've known a few people in my lifetime that I would think when they passed, why did it have to be them? Why couldn't it have been somebody that wasn't as good as, you know, as good a heart and a good a soul as those people? But none of us knows what day's ours, what day our number's going to come up. So I guess we all have our own time to go. But I think the saddest thing is when tragedies happen because somebody makes a stupid decision. That's the biggest tragedy. When people like that leave this earth. My dad, in fact, I do a lot of dadisms on this channel, Jamie. Because my dad's a very wise man, and he taught me that if you're not going to do business, don't advertise. And when you play, you pay. And if you're going to be dumb, you better be tough. But one of the things he always says is that there's no such thing as an accident. An accident is when somebody makes a stupid decision. So accidents, what most people call accidents, to him are choices. Hey, Tom, how are you? Getting down with your portobello pizza tonight. I'm so impressed. I loved the thought of that pizza, Tom. But the way you were kind of sweating and wiping your face and all with that hot pepper, I was like, oh, Lord, no, that's not going to be me. Oh, okay, Grumpus. Jamie Grumpus says he believes his is a red-eared slider as well. Marie seemed to really enjoy the portobello pizza that you made too. Hey, Grumpus, looking handsome as always.
How y'all doing?
Doing great. Great. I want to know how you are.
I'm just about back to normal, whatever that
Good. Whatever that is.
Yep.
Hey, Grumpus, I forgot how to make this. Oh, never mind. I found it. Should I do this?
Yeah.
Or should I make this big?
I like
we
smaller.
should be big. You like it smaller. That's just because you don't want folks looking at you. You got sardines in your beard?
No, I checked.
Okay.
Kitty was on my lap. She checked too.
Oh, did you? She was climbing up and sniffing all over your beard, wasn't she?
Well, my food smelled just like hers.
I know. Look, I love sardines.
I do too. That's a great snack.
It really is. And now, what kind of crackers do you eat with them, or do you?
These were some, I don't know, some kind of cheese crackers.
Were they?
Generally, I like club crackers.
See, now, when I eat crackers, I don't eat too many crackers anymore because I'm trying to low carb it a little bit. But when I do, I like the Sociables. And I love Triscuits. Those are my
too healthy for me. I got to have some salt.
Well, and see, I like shredded mini wheat too.
Yeah.
Probably just because they're covered in sugar, though.
All right, so back to the fish.
Yes.
I haven't bought any fish yet because the fish farms have not opened to the public yet.
Are you serious?
I'm wanting to go to the farms where they actually breed the fish.
Right, so you can pick it out yourself, right?
I mean, if you're going to spend a couple $100 for a fish, I want to be able to pick it out and see how it swims and see how it looks and all
That's
that.
right.
I'm not going to order it online.
I understand that. I truly do.
Plus, not too many places around here have anything in stock.
Huh.
I mean, the plague kind of knocked everything back. A lot of the farms are not open to the public yet.
I wonder what would happen if you took a quick little jaunt over to Japan.
I know.
I mean, would they let you
go broke? You know, it's
okay,
not as easy.
fundraiser, go fund me for Grumpus's koi fishing trip.
You know, it's not as easy as you would think because, I mean, the koi over in Japan are really held in high reverence. Mm-hmm. And you almost got to know somebody to get in to even be allowed to see and buy anything.
Ah.
I mean, you got to
so
understand.
So you'd have to be like royalty or something.
All the good stuff stays in Japan. We just get the leftovers. We get the calls over here.
Yeah.
So that's why there's a few koi farms that have popped up around the United States because they're trying to bring Japan breeders over here.
Look who's in the house.
All righty.
Hey, DJ.
Hey, good to see y'all.
So anyway, that's why I haven't bought any fish yet. I just haven't had an opportunity.
Sure. I will be so excited for you when you're able to get some fish.
I am too. I've been 3 summers.
You've been chomping at the bit now for what, 2-3 years?
3 summers. This is the 3rd summer without any fish.
Yeah. DJ, how are you tonight?
I'm doing good. How are you guys?
That boy's
I couldn't
naked.
be any better.
Yeah, Columbus, that's not anything new. Yeah.
Well, I don't believe you.
I'm just impressed that he's wearing a shirt, okay? Even if it is the same color as his skin, just about.
Yeah, I actually just got off doing my movie night with Gina.
Oh, what did you watch?
It's a Netflix show called Faith the Wind Saga.
The Windsock.
No, the Wind Saga. The last one is SAGA.
Oh, Saga. The what?
Yeah,
Spell the first word. The wind. The what?
the very first one is Fate. FATE.
Fate.
The THE.
The
WINX.
WINX.
Yes.
But it's pronounced winds.
Winks.
Winks.
Like,
Winks.
yes.
The Winks. Fate, the Winks Saga. Yeah, but Fate winks. Interesting play on words there.
Well, let me ask you something because
Mhm.
your kids are around the same age. Have you ever heard of the Winx Club?
No. No.
Okay, the Winx Club is about families who go to college to learn magic.
Okay. Okay. You know what? I'm going to write that down
Okay.
and let my kids tell me if they've ever seen that before. Look here, my school started yesterday, and this is my daughter's $15 lab fee for zoology class. She forgot it. How the heck do I pay these bills if she forgets them? Who knows? Darn teenager.
Well, Fate the Wind Saga is a more adult version of the cartoon.
Okay. Let me ask you this. How adult are we talking?
PG-13.
Oh, they can watch that then, can't they? Because I let them watch R-rated movies. I mean, I don't care.
Yeah.
I can't protect them from the world forever.
Yeah.
Now, I don't let them watch every R-rated movie, but
Yeah.
most of them are nowadays, you know?
Yeah, I get it. I get it, but you know, if you're taking pay calculation, but you're taking a G-rated cartoon and
then turning it into something a little more adult, right?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Well,
Is it more violence or adult subject matter, or just the language?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot. I mean, like, for instance, there's
Okay.
smoking in it.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
you know, what you just did, you would see that.
Sure,
in
sure.
it.
Well, honey, they live with me.
Yeah, but for little kids, I'm not worried. But
Right.
if,
But
but
not
if
little kid.
like if you will go
Like for my
say,
grandbabies or something like that.
like if you will go say, oh, I might show this to Millie, I
Right.
would I would say, heck no, you're
Heck no,
not.
not Millie.
Like no, I'm no one under 10 should watch
Sure.
this.
Well, I'm not so sure that my son's not trying to sneak in a little bit of adult content on his computer lately, if
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
uh, but
And I
yeah,
think,
uh,
look,
It's a lot easier at his age now than it was when I was that
it
age.
certainly is. I have to keep telling his daddy, go check his computer, go check his computer. Because I don't want him looking at the wrong. I got a real problem with adult entertainment like that. And I'm trying to be very delicate here because we're on YouTube. But
yeah, yeah, I
um,
see, yeah,
because I'll tell you why. I feel like the women in some of them are making a sound decision to forward their careers or financial situation. Some are making a decision. Others are being completely entrapped and taken advantage of, and probably trafficked. Probably
yeah,
trafficked. And that's just something I don't want him involved in. So I've talked to him about it, and I've said, look, these women, most of them are not making the choice to do this.
mm,
And I don't think that you should support that. But then now they make, well, I know they've been doing this for a long time, but has anybody ever seen an adult content anime cartoon?
I had a friend once.
Blows my mind. Blows my mind. Completely blows my mind.
okay,
I don't understand. It's a cartoon, for God's sake. What is that kind of entertaining about that? Nothing.
There's
yeah,
Nothing.
there's some ideas there, DJ.
yeah,
Yeah,
no,
DJ, your channel.
Do some reviews.
okay,
I'll
I'm
subscribe
so
6 times.
I'm gonna say this here and now. The
Hmm.
only adult cartoon that I might do is Rick and Morty.
Not the Family Guy?
Okay, I see Family Guy, and honestly,
You don't like the Family Guy?
it's okay, but that
Oh, oh,
that's
you
not.
just stabbed me in the heart. Oh,
Uh,
and do you know who I absolutely love? Not on the Family Guy. On what's the name of the stupid show? Stewie.
yeah,
Come on, somebody help me out. What's the name of the show? The Smart Baby. Stewie, and Marge Simpsons. Is that the Simpsons?
um,
No, it's not the Simpsons.
I don't know. I've never watched any of those.
well,
Look, I had to. I had teenagers at home. It was all over my TV.
Sorry.
James,
What, my
James
dear?
says it's Family Guy.
Is it the Family Guy that has Stewie on there?
Yeah, well,
Okay, that's the one I like then. Okay, never mind. I got a little confused.
You won't.
I was right on it, wasn't I? Bam! And then I lost it there for a minute.
Well, no, what you will do, in my opinion, was fusing two cartoons. Like, Susie and Marge, they were good, great together, but they're not the same.
They're not the same cartoon.
Yeah.
I just got kind of twisted around. I
Yeah.
liked Marge because Marge was the only one that had any sense. I hated Homer Simpson. And who was the little brat? Bart? I hated him.
Yeah, ball.
I wouldn't let my kids watch Bart Simpson. But I would let them watch The Family Guy, which is ridiculous. I told you that Violet asked me why we were having this prostate exam, right?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, last week.
Rumpus,
It's gonna
this
be
was.
good.
I'm going to tell this story to Rumpus because he's never heard it. Okay, so Violet's 3 years old. We're in the IHOP because that's her favorite place in the world to eat. She wanted chocolate chip pancakes that day. We're waiting. It's taken forever. Service is very slow that day for some reason. It was really crowded, and she's acting like a complete little horses behind, okay? So I kept talking to her and stop that, don't do that. And finally I said, come outside with me. So I grabbed her by the hand and I walked her outside to the car and I sat her down in the front seat and I said, your behavior is terrible right now. And if me and Daddy have to talk to you one more time, we're going to get up off the table, we're going to get in our car and we're going to leave and you're not getting your chocolate chip pancake. And she said, Mother, why are we having this prostate exam? I said, what? Well, she repeated it. And I said, at this point, I'm completely shocked and blown over. You could have knocked me with a feather. And I said to her, I said, where did you hear that? She said, Erica lets me watch Family Guy. And of course, I know which episode that is. I think everybody who's ever watched The Family Guy knows which episode that is.
I actually don't know.
Well, Peter had to go to the doctor and get an exam, and he accused the doctor of molesting him.
Right. I
Yeah.
do know.
And so what that meant was my daughter, who's 3, had seen that episode, put 2 and 2 together, and used that phrase at exactly the beautiful moment. And that's when I knew she had a really high IQ. I was suspicious before because, I mean, she knew her alphabet and all the sounds that letters made by the time she was 2.
Uh-huh.
She's a really smart girl. Sometimes nowadays she doesn't use it as much as she once did, but that's okay. I told her when she was about 10, we were all sitting in the car coming home from somewhere, I forget where. And we were talking about, she's like, when I'm a teenager, I'm going to do so-and-so, and I'm going to do so-and-so. And I said, no, you're not. When you're a teenager, all your brains are going to fall right out of your head. She said, no, it's not, Mom. I won't let that happen. I said, okay, we'll see. Talk to me when you're 16. However, guess what she's doing tomorrow?
Go to walk.
She's going for an interview for a job in Gulfport.
Nice.
And she's driving a car herself.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a little nervous,
I know you are.
but we're going to get through it. We're going to get through it. As long as she comes home in one piece, I'll get through it just fine.
Yep.
They certainly can, Jamie. Those kids can say some crazy things. I remember when Murphy was about the same age, we were driving down the road one day and he said, did he say? Oh, he asked me, Mom, what would you think if my tablet just started levitating? I said, well, it would scare the crap out of me. What do you mean? Why? He says, no, that would mean it was defying physics, Mom. 3 years old. 3 years old. I said, what the hell do you know about physics? And who taught you that? He said, I don't know. Jamie, he has a video about his pond. You should go look at it. Go subscribe. Look, look, everybody go subscribe to Grumpus. Go subscribe to Cartoon Universe. That's DJ down there. Go
Everybody in the
subscribe to
chat,
Jamie's
subscribe to
Realistic
everybody in the
Life.
chat.
Do what? Yeah, put everybody's links in the chat. Drop your link. Who's my mods here?
It would take me.
Uh-oh, Grumpus. I think it's all you.
Jamie Sure
No.
Live. Got a channel, right?
DJ, you're a mod, aren't you?
Yeah, and I'm getting in the chat right now.
Okay, honey.
So
Thank you.
just
Thank you.
give
Thank you.
me a moment.
DJ's the master of dropping links.
Okay, so.
Where did Marcel go? I lost her.
I don't know.
Or we lost her.
Yeah, she wasn't here when I.
She'll be back.
And
She'll be back. She's probably having to put.
yeah,
Her
hey
children.
Jamie, good to see you.
Oh, let's see. Wait. Awesome. You know what? I want to get one of those night bots.
Okay, Marcel.
Oh, okay. You're. Okay, I don't know what modding is, and that might be a typo. And yelling at kids and
Modding. She's she's
Well,
are you
moderating her
modeling
chil-
for somebody?
No.
moderating her children.
Oh, moderating.
Yeah.
Okay, you're modding. Okay.
Yeah.
I got it now. Look, this new lingo is a little different for me. Oh, mopping. Jamie said mopping.
No.
Okay, I got you, Marcel. I got you. I'm wondering, so I'm assuming the house is not quiet. If you're yelling at kids. Oh, let me tell you what happened today at school for my son, Grumpus. Okay, so my son has decided that he wants to dress a little better this year for school because he's 13 now and he grew some and he's real proud of that.
Yeah.
So yesterday he put on a pair of black jeans and a black Gap t-shirt, and then he put a shirt like yours on over it.
Sweet.
Yeah, I know. And he had a pair of Vans on, and he just got his hair cut in this like surfer dude looking haircut. He was looking good when he walked out the door, right?
He discovered girls over the summer, didn't he?
Oh no, he's discovered girls when he was like 2.
Oh,
He's always been a ladies' man. But But yes, I think you're right. He wants to do some impressing this year. So today, hang on one second. I gotta show you something. I know where this one is. So today he put on his blue jeans and a kind of a khaki green shirt with this over it.
I like that.
I know, isn't it awesome? He picked it out himself.
I like that.
So, but he's only got 2 of these. He's got this one and one that's kind of red with a darker red background, and it has pheasants and some kind of
Tell you
trees.
what, the best place to find them is Kohl's.
Kohl's, okay. We have one of those here. We'll go there tomorrow because I still have to go get him. I really don't want to buy him another pair of tennis shoes right yet because I know his foot's going to grow before Christmas. So if I'm going to spend $100 each pair of shoes, it needs to be one pair at a time. But he really wants a pair of Vans high tops with black and white checks all over them.
Yep. Oh,
So-
yeah.
Do you like this too?
I'm not a big name brand guy, but all I would say is buy a size up every time. That way he does have room to grow.
Well, the great thing about my son is he doesn't skateboard very much. He does like to skateboard, but it's not the main thing that he does. My oldest
Yeah.
son, all he ever did was skateboard. I cannot tell you how many $100 pair of Vans that we went through every 2 or 3 months. It was ridiculous. He would tear those shoes up, one right after the other. And then he
Yeah.
would snap his decks. You know those skateboard
Yeah.
decks?
Yeah, I know what decks are. I know.
And I finally told him, if you're going to keep skateboarding like this and breaking these decks, you better get a job because I can't buy any more.
What is
Because
it?
those weren't cheap either back then. Buy the Vans a half size too big. Okay, a half size. Okay.
Yeah, well,
Whose channel's that one, Grumpus?
Let's see. I put
I could tell
I
you in
put
a moment.
Little Fish in the Kitchen up. I put Jamie's up.
Okay.
Does Kat have a
And-
channel?
Jamie, do you have a customized URL yet? Because you should.
And the one he just put up was his own.
Your
channel.
own, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Grumpus, why didn't you use your Grumpus on Fire URL?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I was being
Yeah.
too quick, I guess.
Hey, Big Matt, how's it going tonight? We're just hanging out tonight, and I'm getting hooted. Cheers, Grumpus.
Cheers.
yeah.
Now, what's that? Is that cherry Sprite? You sure are nursing that thing.
I got to back up.
Oh, okay. It's not diet, is it?
Oh no.
Oh, good. Would you go on the wagon or something?
No, I was just trying to avoid the caffeine for a little while, see if I feel any better.
No, I mean the whiskey.
Well, I've been trying to stay away from an alcohol a little bit until I get to feeling better.
I gotcha. I
I haven't had
gotcha.
any few weeks. I'm afraid of the headache from the first one.
Oh, okay. You think you'll get a headache from it?
I don't know, but I've been feeling so rotten lately. I finally felt a little bit better. I didn't want to risk it.
You didn't want to mess it up. I get you. I understand 100%. Y'all, that link is DJ's link, that last link.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Big
I
Matt.
haven't talked to him yet.
Are you a mod on my... I could have sworn he was a mod. Hang on. I'm in StreamYard. Why am I in StreamYard? Mm.
Hmm.
I'm going to go over here. Will somebody find Outdoors with Big Matt and drop his link in there? If you would, please.
And yes, he is a mod.
I thought he was. Matt, you can put your own link in there. That's fine with me.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um.
I want to get one of those night bots so I can have somebody type a word and it'll automatically populate their link in the chat.
Have you talked to Devil Dog about that yet?
No, I have not. Not yet.
You
I know he did a video on it, though. So I'm thinking about going and watching that video. But not today.
Yeah,
In fact,
but
I only watched a couple minutes of it when he did it because it was chaotic and I was confused.
yeah.
Okay, maybe
but,
it was just that I was confused.
Yeah, but I think that would help you.
It probably will. Probably will. Y'all don't have any to watch me chewing. It's okay, Marcel. We don't have to do that if you don't want us to. So, Grumpus, have you been taking it easy at work or are you back in full swing?
I was going to take it easy. That lasted about a half an hour.
I bet it did. They had you running like crazy, didn't they?
I had gone in and linked my computer so I could work from home.
Yeah,
But there's a lot of stuff I can't do remotely. I've got
sure.
a lot of hands-on work that I do.
Yeah.
But It was all right.
I'm good.
Oh, thanks, Matt.
Jamie. Cool.
I think Jamie and DJ are the only ones in here without 1,000 subscribers. I believe. I'm not sure about Matt's channel. Matt, how are you on subscribers? Matt's got a good channel. He does lots of outdoorsy stuff and family stuff, mail calls, that kind of thing. Let me get
You
on.
got 1,200.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, he's 12.
I thought
Right.
so. Thought it was over 1,000. Look, I try to keep up with the folks I like.
And yeah,
I wish
well,
I wish I was more YouTube friendly, y'all.
I wish I wasn't.
You wish you wasn't.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Uh,
I wish I was a little more YouTube friendly. Well, you know, when you get to be a certain age, I don't know if it. I got so much family. I feel like sometimes in a big platform like this, you can get overwhelmed with people.
yeah.
And I like to keep my friend groups fairly small.
Well, I tell my
So
wife all the
true.
time, every friend has overhead.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Because, she doesn't, we don't get out and socialize that much by
Right.
choice. By choice.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And every once in a while, she'll get one of them moods. Say, we need to go make some friends or something. I said, well, you want all that friend baggage too?
Right. And I don't.
When you're in the mood to have a friend, you can't just turn that switch on, have a friend. They're going to be calling, hey, let's go do something, let's do that. And if you don't feel like it, you're only going to say no so many times before those friends are gone.
Right. And
Yeah.
honestly, that's kind of why I prefer long distance friends.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe and I make friends very easily on the surface. But I'm one of the
Yeah.
people that I don't like to put a lot of effort into anything except my family and the important things I got going on around here.
Yeah.
And it has to be somebody really special for me to invest in them. Does that make sense, Grumpus?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense to me. I mean,
I really only need two
I-
friends. I need
Mm-hmm.
one friend to get me out of jail and
Mm-hmm.
one friend to drive me to the airport.
yeah.
That's pretty much all I need.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
and just like Kat said, relationships take time. And good God, who's got any of that? I mean, I have, just like you sent me the email saying coffee and, that kind of, and that's beautiful. That's a beautiful thing. I would love doing something like that. Just go have coffee with somebody while Wesley's at work and I've got the day to myself. But when people start making demands on my time, that's when I'm like, whoa, back up,
Yep.
back up. But, I also believe, too, and when you get older, you're better able to establish boundaries,
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I will tell her that.
Jamie,
I have-
if you haven't seen, I'm sorry, DJ, let me say this real quick and then we'll go back, okay?
Okay.
Jamie, if you have not seen his pond, put your video link up for that pond.
I haven't done a link. I haven't done a.
You have a picture of your pond.
Well, yeah.
A little video where you're sitting there next to it.
It was in the background on my brisket burger.
Yeah. Yeah. So if you want to put that link up there, you're more than welcome. Because Jamie would love to see it, I'm sure.
I think he went and saw it.
Okay. I moved every
Is
rocket
Ja-
on
wait a
my.
minute, is
You
Ja-
sure did, didn't you?
Is Jamie a
She's female. She's female.
Okay, I keep
Mhm.
saying him. It's a female. Okay.
It's okay. We
Can
answered
I-
all kinds of stuff
Can I
around
still
here.
say female?
No, I don't think you can. I think that's illegal now. We're all non-binaries around here, Grumpus. Get with the program. We're all fluid, whatever that means. Does that mean I'm a glass of wine?
Is that you are what you
Okay. All right. What were you saying, DJ? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you. Well, I kind of did, but
But what I was saying, and you may see this bad, you may see it good, I don't know. But I only have one friend that I talk to every day, and him and I have been friends. Let me do the math here.
oh boy, easy now. Don't hurt yourself.
Let's say about 16 years.
Oh wow, that is a long time. It is a long time.
Yeah, since 2006, when we were in middle school.
Okay.
So yeah, we have been friends since middle school. Which, I mean, I don't know.
And see, that's a nice long friendship to have.
Yeah,
And it's somebody that you can, depend on and confide in and stuff like that. That's great.
Yeah.
In fact, I've got a friend that I met when I was in middle school, and DJ, that's considerably longer than 15 years.
Yeah.
We talk to each other about once a month, and that suits me right down to the ground, Oh, Grumpus. You weren't here last week when DJ told me I was like his second grandmother.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I don't even look old enough to be his grandmother, do I?
Not at all.
Not at all. Thank you. You said the right words. Thank you. Jamie says some people don't know boundaries, and that is the God's honest truth, Jamie. No truer words have ever been spoken.
So, have you got to see the new grandbaby?
Well, about that, our trip had to be canceled. Or was that a cough? Bless you anyway. Our trip had to be canceled last Friday because Violet woke up that morning with strep throat.
Oh no.
And so I had to call my son and explain to him what was going on. He was perfectly fine with it. We're going to reschedule the trip. It's fine. Everything's on that end is great. But the doctor that saw my daughter tried to basically kill her. Okay, that's not exactly true. I'm exaggerating just a little bit.
Yeah.
But
I sense a little mom coming out there.
look, I was mad as a hornet. It was a telehealth appointment because her doctor wasn't in the office that day. And it was a doctor we've never seen before. And she told him what the problem was. She told him what she's allergic to. And she said, can I just get an antibiotic so I can go see my baby brother? Or my big brother, excuse me. And because she was so upset, Grumpus. She woke up crying. She said, Mom, I don't feel good. Can I have some Motrin? And I said, come here and let me feel your head, because I could see her cheeks were flushed, and I felt her. I said, oh my God, you're burning up. So I got her some Motrin, and I got her some Benadryl. That's all I had at the time for nasal stuff. And so anyhow, during this conversation with the doctor, she tells him all the stuff. And so he says, well, have you been tested for COVID? She said, what? And I said, are we going there right now? Are we going to do this? I said, are you going to withhold medication because she ain't been tested for COVID? He said, no. These symptoms don't exactly sound like strep throat. And I said, well, she had strep throat 12 times the year before we took her tonsils out. And I know she knows what it feels like. If she's telling me she thinks she has strep, it probably is. He says, well, I'd really like for you to get tested. Go get one of the home tests, test for COVID, blah, blah, blah. Don't go on your trip, isolate, blah, blah, blah. And like I don't know the rules, right? And I said, okay, fine, we'll do that. He got her a prescription, said we could pick it up within a few minutes. So I get a text from Walgreens, and it's exactly the medication she told him she was allergic to.
Oh, jeez.
I said, okay, this ain't cool. And now I'm mad because number one, he didn't listen to her. And number two, he didn't take a look at her chart that was right there in front of him on the computer.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't even bother to read it. So I emailed him because I have an app on my phone where I can do a message to the provider. So I wrote the message and I said, clearly you did not understand what my daughter said. She's allergic to this, this, and this, and you prescribed one of them. Fix it. Well, I didn't hear anything for about 15 minutes, and I thought, nope, this ain't going to work because this is Friday, and she can't go till Monday without medication. Strep ain't cool. So I called the appointment line, and I explained to them, we have a problem, and I need it fixed this minute. I said, and I told the lady what happened, and she says, oh, my goodness, blah, blah, blah. And I said, I don't understand why I've got to be smarter than the doctor today, but I got more on my mind than this. And I shouldn't have to be. She said, well, let me see if I can get them on the phone. Well, they didn't answer the phone. So she sent what they called a priority message to the doctor. And I get this ding on my phone. I get a note from the doctor saying, oh, I apologize. We only discussed penicillin and Augmentin. Like he was making an excuse for himself, right? First of all, she didn't even mention the word Augmentin. She said penicillin, amoxicillin, and doxycycline. She knows what she's allergic to, and I was standing right there when she told him. So it's not like I misunderstood her. He wasn't paying attention. And that's what made me so angry about the whole situation, is not that he made a mistake. It's that I knew that he blew her off. That's what made me angry. So we fixed it. He fixed it.
Is she doing better now?
Oh, perfect. She's doing great now. And it wasn't COVID because after the first 2 doses of the Z-Pack, guess what? She woke up the next morning feeling 100% better. Well, okay, maybe 95%.
That's great.
And it took about 2 days for her to feel normal, but then of course she had to finish out the pack. So, but yeah, I told the appointment line. I said, look, trust and believe that everybody I know is going to hear this story, and I'm going to tell them to stay away from that doctor. Trust and believe that.
Well, you know, I told you Vicky had come down with bronchitis.
Yes.
Well, 4 or 5 days after she was feeling bad, she was a great grandma for the first time. And just telling her she still hasn't been able to see that baby yet.
Oh. A great grandma? Oh my Lord in heaven.
Great grandma.
Wow. You must be coffee? I don't understand, Jamie. I'm sorry. I lost the conversation somewhere. I apologize. Hey, Mike, how are you doing? I'm sorry. My chat was stuck up and up in the top because I was scrolling. I didn't see your message, but hello. You're doing well. Look, Keto Mike's got a good channel. Do you watch him, Grumpus?
I do.
Great channel.
I don't leave comments like I should, but I do watch his stuff.
You know, I kind of am deficient in the comment leaving department too.
Well,
I watch people's videos, but they don't know that I do because only once in a while do I leave a comment.
Same way with me.
Yep.
It's always, I'm always
Look at DJ's
work.
going, yep, she don't. She
I'm
don't.
work or something like that, and I'm thinking, okay, well, I'll come back and leave a comment when I get home, and then I forget.
I do the same thing. And of course, I don't go anywhere. I'm sitting here. But what I do is I flip through videos like some neurotic channel changer.
Yeah.
And then I forget where I need to go back to. So, oh, I couldn't be better, Mike. Honestly, I had a power nap at about 7:30, and I'm good for the rest of the night. Okay, maybe not the rest of it, but I'm good for a while. That was the best nap I've had in a long time. Almost felt like a weed nap. Almost. That close.
Yeah.
But it wasn't, because I don't do that no more. What are you doing, DJ? Are you falling out of your chair?
No.
Well, you look like you are.
I thought he'd nod off.
No, I'm flipping through my notifications.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Seeing what
You look like you were trying to do acrobatics over there.
No, but I'm at my desk. I'm just reading full. But I will tell you, we're a step closer to being out of this room.
How close?
We got our network stuff set up where it needs to be that way.
Beautiful.
We could put my desk where it goes because the network stuff is behind my desk and it would not be easy to get to once my desk is in place.
Oh.
So you moving the plug or moving the desk?
Well, right now we gotta move the desk because, well, my studio is kind of like a 5x9 space, so
Okay.
it's a little tight area.
Sure. Yeah.
But
Did he show you? I don't know if you were around when he did the little video thing of it, but his parents are basically building him a studio so they don't have to hear him YouTubing. But they're remodeling a lot of their house, and they've really
nice.
done a lot of work over the last 2 or 3 months.
Very nice.
Oh, for the last month.
That really, it seems like longer than that.
Oh,
Well,
I got a story I think DJ will like.
Tell me.
What?
I'm trying to, I'm wanting to put a green screen up behind me. So the screens that I got were 10-foot long cloths.
Yeah.
So I went to Lowe's and I bought some 10-foot PVC pipe, 2-inch pipe that I'm gonna put up on the ceiling and hang this cloth off of.
Right.
Well, I've got the pipe sitting in the hall right now because I can't make the corner to get it in my room. So I told my wife, I said, you're going to have to help me this weekend get this pipe in this room. She said, how you going to make the turn? I said, I'm going to take it outside and pass it through the window.
Oh, that's a good idea. But you know that PVC, well, I don't know, 2-inch pipe. I don't know if it'll bend like, but
it won't bend.
I make hoop houses with it, but I use the little one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. This
Mike
is
says
pretty-
he hasn't had a nap in years and he feels terrible after napping.
I got 2 inch, so it wouldn't bend.
Right, right.
Yeah,
But I've
yeah,
only
I
got
mean,
about 12 foot in the room, so 10-foot pipe's gonna be tight.
yeah, I
Well,
mean,
the window seems like a good alternative. That's hilarious.
yeah, I definitely get that, and it's funny because, and I didn't know why we will do this, but I went through multiple stages of what I had my green screen on. I mean,
Yeah.
Mhm.
at one point, we bought a blind to put green fabric on
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
we could just pull it down and put it up.
That's
So
what I'm working on.
nice. But, but yeah, this time around, we'll actually go in with blue, which is a chroma key color.
Right. Right.
So, like, for
Go ahead, y'all. Talk
example-
over my head. Y'all know I love it when you do that.
I've had my
Well-
fabric for 6 months.
Yeah, well, Charlotte, you might understand this part. The salt you're wearing is the same color I'm using.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
So,
so what does that do? So that means if I stood in front of it, it would look like I didn't have clothes on?
You tell it to ignore
Well-
that color. So yes, it would look like you just didn't have. It would just be your head and neck.
My head and my neck, it would be a bust of me.
yeah. Well, it would be your head and neck and whatever. The
And my
back-
arms, just arms.
Yeah, and whatever the background is.
Oh,
Because your salt will have the background all over.
all over it. Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's weird.
Anyway, I thought DJ would get a kick out of me not being able to get that.
Oh,
in the
yeah,
room.
I got a kick out of it. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I definitely did, Columbus. I definitely did.
I was thinking about maybe getting, I don't know, this space right here from this corner of this wall
Yeah,
to my shelf where, see my bookcase right here
Yeah.
is
yeah.
only, hang on, where'd my dang tape measure go? I just had it up here a bit ago. I was measuring a shawl that I'm making. The shawl I'm making is really pretty. Hang on, let me see if I can find. It's not very. Okay, well, we've got musical tape measures today. Does that happen in your house, Grumpus?
No,
Aha.
'cause I got a tape measure in every room.
It's in the wrong drawer. That's okay. I probably did it.
I'm gonna say you got about 61 inches.
No, not even that much.
Like 48.
Okay,
What is
you
it?
were right. But to the end of the shelf, it's 60.
Oh
but I-
man.
But to the
48.
beginning of the shelf, it's oh god.
Well, I was counting the shelf.
See, I wasn't. It's 48 from
Yeah.
here. 49.
Yeah.
49 from here to there. But
Alright,
I thought about trying to get something to hang back because this is so ugly and plain and it
Let's see if I
washes
can
me
show you.
out. And honestly,
Yeah.
I'm not sure what to do about it. I'd like to get something pretty to hang back there. But it's also a functioning pantry,
Yeah.
so I can't
that-
really cover it up.
I'm gonna show
But-
you I'll show you what I have.
Okay.
Yeah, but so in that case, give it
See, I
Hi.
just have weed guard draped over all my computers.
Weed
Yeah.
cloth?
Yep.
yeah.
Holy Toledo! Wait, all those are computers?
It's just black.
I'll be a son of a gun.
So I got my lights in front of me here, so when I turn the light out in the room, adjust the contrast a little bit, it all goes away.
No.
Ha!
I just draped it over my monitors and my desk. There's about 4 links around there,
Right.
and it's just dark enough to keep the metal from shining through.
Yeah.
Right.
But
Oh,
you don't
Yeah.
have to have anything fancy. You could get some thumbtacks and just tack something up the night you want to use it.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought about just getting a pretty piece of fabric.
Well, I'm not a pretty guy.
Well, in that case, I would say get a blind and put a fabric on it will work for you. So,
Mike
Yeah.
said, dang, Rumpus, you don't even need a tape measure. Hot
That's
diggity.
right, Mike. I don't need no stinking tape measure.
I was surprised that you got that. I was surprised you did that because video is a
counting
little
the
bit
shelf.
distorting.
I was counting the shelf. Well,
See-
I figured that door's probably what, if a
30?
40-inch door, 30, 36
Yeah.
maybe.
I don't know. Let me see.
And that shelf's probably about 11,
34.
34.
No,
Okay.
36. 36. Shelf is definitely 11. 12. 12.
yeah,
4 feet. And then a little bit.
yeah, I was definitely making my guess at 48, not colors to 12.
But yeah, you can hang anything behind you wanted. You can make
Yeah.
it temporary,
Yeah,
just with some push pins.
Yeah.
Now you'll need to move your light up.
What light?
The light that you was talking about earlier.
Oh, that one? Yeah, I know. Yeah.
If you move it higher,
Up
then the
here
reflection will bounce down under the camera.
and
it
under
won't-
my glass.
No, it'll show in your glasses, but instead of bouncing into the camera, it'll bounce under the camera, and we won't be able to see the ring. That's what I have to do. My lights are just out of frame here.
Right.
In fact,
Okay. I don't even know if I have anything to hook it onto. See, it's just
see,
an LG.
my lights are right there because if I have them any lower, it lights up my glasses.
Oh, I see. I see. See, I just got this, and
That's a good light.
it's all right. I mean, and one thing I like about it is that it's kind of adjustable. Let me see something here. See, if I hook it onto my phone, it's Let me see something. Okay, that's okay there. So then I got really bright, and it puts a shadow on, behind me. There's another really bright, really bright. Dear God, help me!
okay, let's
Hang
bring it down.
Okay, and then also,
hang
It
a white
gets
paper
warmer.
towel over it.
see how it gets warmer,
Yeah,
and now it gets cooler.
Hang a
Yeah.
white paper towel over it, and it'll reduce the glare.
That glare's terrible,
Yeah.
and
hang a
I
white
didn't
paper
expect
towel.
it from this.
I had to put diffusers on mine because they were too glary.
Okay.
yeah,
Oh,
Anything to let the light shine through and diffuse it a little bit. Paper towel
gotcha.
or
A handkerchief, something like that.
an old handkerchief or something.
yeah. I may need to look into getting new diffusers because I don't even use mine because I have one that is like frosted and then a plain orange one.
Yeah, DJ, you got a
And,
natural glow.
well, that is yeah.
That youthful glow, isn't it?
That's it.
I was. That is just my life. I mean,
Hey, Dwayne. Good to see you, my
How you doing,
dear.
Dwayne?
yeah, hey, Jordan. Yeah, if I could diffuse this light, it would be a lot softer than what it is.
Sure, yeah, I understand. Because you
But
are a little bit bright sometimes.
yeah,
And go ahead.
yeah, and I tried to adjust the exposure on my camera, but
Yeah.
it doesn't always say what I want it to. So
Mm, mm-hmm.
yeah,
Mm-hmm. Um, I wouldn't know how to do that if you paid me all the tea in China.
yeah,
And that's one reason that I use my phone because I have no clue how to operate the settings on a camera. I don't know what all of those things, those abbreviations mean. I don't know what an F thing is. I don't know what the
Well, just
ISO thing is. I don't
I,
know any.
I've got a
okay,
webcam, and I've just got contrast and exposure and that kind of stuff. But it's not too
Right.
complicated.
yeah. I mean, I'm just used to webcam as well, and the only options I have are zoom, focus, and exposure,
Oh, okay.
and that's all I work with.
Right. I see.
But
Now,
That's all
see,
you
I could
need.
probably work with something like that. You know,
I
whenever
mean,
COVID started back in the year that shall not be named, um, I tried
yeah,
and tried for months to buy a webcam, and there
Couldn't
were
find them.
none.
Could
Couldn't
not
find
find
them
them.
yeah,
anywhere. Now, I don't know if it's still like that because I gave up. But if I could find a webcam, I think I would almost prefer using that. But my issue is I can always depend on the data on this phone to keep a connection. I
yeah,
cannot depend on my Wi-Fi to keep a connection.
yeah,
Well, your
And
webcams
that's
are
an issue.
USB.
Do what?
Your webcams are going to be USB.
Right.
yeah. USB A.
So I wonder if I could use a adapter in my phone
I
to hook. I don't know
that
if
I
that
don't
even
know.
works or not. I don't know. You
You
can't
prob-
speak, Christina. Welcome to
you
my world, my angel.
yeah, you probably could, but at that point, why would you? Because phones have way better cameras than anything out there. Like,
Right.
yeah,
Well, and actually, I'm still using my Moto Z
uh,
right now. Um,
yeah,
I used my like yesterday when I was doing. Oh, Jamie, no, I have AT&T, and I have. This is crazy, but I actually have fiber, and I don't know why it does that. I don't know why it drops me every now and then, but it does. Um,
yeah. I get it. I mean,
and I think a lot of it is the fact that I'm not plugged into the actual, uh, the brain over there.
Router.
the
Thank you,
level.
thank you. If I had an Ethernet and I was plugged in that way, I probably wouldn't ever lose a signal. But I don't know
Probably
how to
right.
get that in here so I can plug everything in. I don't have a clue. I'm sure
Yeah,
Poppy could do it, but it's just a lot of, you have when you change the way you're doing YouTube, you have to think of so many stupid little details, and I don't know what they are. Just, I'm
Well,
not a detailed lady.
everything I
With
uh,
use is
smart,
hardwired.
who does? You do?
Everything I use is hardwired.
Oh, okay.
I don't rely on Wi-Fi for anything.
Yeah, I know what means I mean, just
Yeah, Dwayne, and that's what I love about using my phone. Honestly, it's just kind of automatic. Well, hang out with us, Jamie. You'll learn, especially DJ here. He and Grumpus, they're both pretty darn good at this stuff.
but
You're learning crap you don't even care about.
yeah, but
Yeah. Oh, you'll learn lots of. Oh boy. Shh, Grumpus, hush. Don't tell all the secrets. Wait till
but
Patrick
yeah,
shows up.
yeah,
Where is Patrick?
I don't know. It's only 11, 12, 1, 2, 30 over there.
Oh, he ain't back from work. He ain't even home from work yet.
yeah,
Wait a minute. Ain't it Saturday over there?
yeah,
16-hour difference, what I heard.
Oh, I thought it was
but
13. Well, I know it's Saturday where he is.
yeah,
He might have himself a lady friend he's entertaining. We don't know.
We'd only hope.
yeah.
Right?
Watching them
Right.
dirty cartoons.
Oh,
Damn
it. You beat me to it.
But yeah, I will say this past week, me and my family, we basically modeled our whole house so we have Ethernet in every room.
Beautiful.
Wow.
Beautiful. That's
Yeah,
the way to go.
yeah.
I would love to look at that right now, but I can't. My daughter just sent me a TikTok video. She sent me one today, and it was this senior citizen gentleman who'd been married for 49 years that day. And his daughter or granddaughter, somebody fairly young, asked him what was his secret to a long marriage. And he said, "Marry yourself a mean woman."
What?
Well, you know why she sent me that, right? She thinks I'm mean to Bob. I'm not
Well,
mean.
she had said that to Bobby.
I know, right? That's what I told her. But she sent it to me because she thought I would crack up, and I did. I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah,
Dwayne said, I bought a disposable black and white, disposable black and white film camera from within the last 2 years. I'd like to see how it does when I'm finished using all the film. You mean you want to see how it does on YouTube?
Now that
Wait a minute, a film? Why did you buy a film camera?
is something I have.
Disposable. Long ago, we had a big Zenith TV with an aerial outside the farm. We had one of those when I was a kid.
We had outside antennas and tinfoil in the house.
And one of our parents would say, "Hey, go outside and turn the antenna
Yeah.
until I tell you to stop." We'd have to
Tinfoil
open
on
a
the
window
rabbit
so
ears.
we could hear them. Stop!
Yeah. Yeah. I remember them days.
See, DJ knows nothing about that. Nothing.
The only antennas I had to use were bunny ears. That's all I had
Yeah.
to use.
I remember the bunny ears. We'd put tinfoil on them. I don't know if it ever really worked, but it made us feel like it was working.
Yeah, we did not do that, but I mean that's the only way I got like 10 channels in my bedroom.
10? Did you say 10?
Yeah.
You whippersnapper better hush. We had 3.
I know. But
And we were the channel changers. We'd be sitting. See, on Sunday nights, we'd all sit in the living room and we'd watch. What was that with Mutual of Omaha, The Wild Kingdom?
Wild Kingdom. Yep.
And then Disney would come on after that. The Disney weekly Disney shows.
Yep. Absolutely.
And sometimes it was Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, and I really liked that one. But anyhow, I'll tell you what, though, that part where they're looking, oh, children, and he's looking for the kids, that scared me to death when I was little. God, I hated that part. But anyhow.
We had 3 channels plus PBS.
Yeah, and then if the parents wanted the channel change, they'd say, hey, Charlotte, get up and go change the channel to 4. I'm like,
well...
And then you change it like this. And they go, slow down, you're going to tear the TV up.
Yeah. I remember when we got our first TV with a remote, it had 3 buttons on it, and they were like a spring. And it would ring when you hit the button. And my mom, on Saturday night, she'd be doing my sister's hair for church the next morning, and they used bobby pins. And every time she'd drop a bobby pin, the channel would change.
Did they do pin curls?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I used to do that to my grandma's hair all the time. She'd say, Charlotte, come over and curl my hair. Jamie said she remembers having to turn that thing. Dwayne said, I want to see how the film camera does for taking pictures. Oh, okay, you like film photography. Where are you going to get it developed, or do you do that yourself in your own house? Like, do you have a dark room or something? Just curious. On the TV, we had 3 or 4 channels. Times have changed a lot. Yes, they have, Dwayne. Jamie says she remembers that too. Disney, the Carol Burnett show. God, I love the Carol Burnett show. Remember when she was Scarlett O'Hara and she dressed up in the green curtains?
Yeah.
God, that was hilarious. Gah. In fact, I watch her on YouTube now sometimes.
Nice.
What was the guy's name? Tim Conway did the Mrs. Wiggins.
Yeah.
Mrs. Wiggins was the secretary. Oh God, she was so dumb. But they were all dumb, but I loved it. Yep, Mike, we were the remotes, weren't we?
But yeah, I would say we all compare Apple and Orchard Fest because I definitely have no doubt you'll have a lot also. I don't doubt that at all. But all I'm saying is at that time, 10 is all we would get.
And now you get hundreds.
Yeah. And actually for us and for me, it's more like millions. Because
Oh yeah, you got 200-300 channels and still can't find anything.
And still
to watch.
nothing to watch.
yeah, well, I say millions because all of my stuff I watch online and I'm able to pick stuff from different countries if I want to.
Look here. My daughter supposedly did the dishes.
So you're gonna make a good wife someday.
Look, she thinks that loading the dishwasher is doing the dishes. Not the pan used for dinner. Or the crock pot. Or finishing the dishes in the sink. And let me show you this. Look, this is hilarious, y'all. This is what teenagers do. She didn't feel like washing those either.
What?
So she put them on the floor in front of the refrigerator. Who does that? So now guess what I'm doing in the morning? Yep.
Yeah.
You're gonna wake her up and have her do
And in fact, what I will probably do is finish it before I go to bed tonight. But, like Bruce Springsteen said, 57 channels and nothing on. Yeah. Mike said we could get 3 channels Tuesday night was Red Skelton,
Yep.
and Saturday night was Jackie Gleason. Jackie
Yep.
Gleason's just a little bit before my time.
I remember Jackie Gleason. Yep.
Just a little bit. Not much, but a little. What was on? I remember the Mike Douglas show. But now that came on in the afternoons. And I do remember, in fact, I was just talking to my father about this not long ago. I remember being a tiny little girl, and I mean tiny, and sitting up on the couch. My feet didn't even touch the bottom of the couch. I remember that. You know, like if I was sitting back, my feet couldn't reach.
Yeah.
And I watched the moon landing in black and white.
Yep.
In black and white on the TV. I remember that. And my dad was like, "You remember that?" He said, "You couldn't have been more than 3 or 4 years old." And I said, "Well, I do remember it. I don't know if it was the first moon landing, but it was a moon landing. That's all I remember." And but that was something that would broadcast, you know, all day long. And honestly, I'd get irritated because my grandmother would be with us during the day while my parents worked. And I'd get so mad at her because I wanted to watch something else. There was nothing to watch for kids during the day. And all she would ever do is watch soap operas. And then these stupid Watergate. I watched all of Watergate. Didn't know what I was watching at the time. But it was on. And I remember seeing Nixon get on the plane, leaving the White House.
Yeah.
And I was really young. I was probably 5 or 6 when that happened. I don't know. What year did he get booted? 73?
Nixon?
Yeah.
He quit
71?
He quit in 74 or 75, I think.
Oh, was it that late?
I believe so.
Because I was 8 in 74. But I do remember that. That was something. What's the first major news story you remember, Grumpus? Kennedy?
See, I was in 5th grade when Kennedy got shot. I remember when I must have been 1st grade, Eisenhower was running for president, I think.
Oh, wow.
Was that Eisenhower and Nixon?
Hell if I know.
I can't remember. I think it was Eisenhower. I would have been in the
Ike
1st
was
grade.
before Kennedy.
Pardon me?
Eisenhower was definitely before Kennedy.
Right. Because Kennedy got shot, I was in the 5th grade.
Okay.
And a side note, our teacher made everybody in class make a scrapbook of the Kennedy assassination and all that kind of stuff. And I've still got mine around here somewhere.
Oh, that is so cool.
I think I've still got the newspaper that came out announcing he'd gotten shot.
Oh, wow. Oh,
I ought to look that up. That might be worth $1 or $2 by now.
it might be. It might be. When I was in the 5th grade, it was 1976, during the bicentennial celebration. And my elementary school did a time capsule. And they were supposed to open it in 2000.
Yeah.
Some little shit went and dug it up about 15 years later. And nobody knows where it went. But somebody stole it. And that, to me, was just so darn frustrating. Because, you know, each of us were told to bring something that was meaningful to us to put in the time capsule.
Yeah.
I have no idea what I put in it. I have no idea.
I was just about to ask.
I honestly cannot remember. Oh, 1974 is when Nixon resigned. Thank you, Mike.
Yeah.
So I was 8 when that happened. Oh, Grizzly Adams was a great show. But I'm scared of bears. I think that's what might have done it to me. The Waltons was great too. I really liked that one. Bay of Pigs and the Cuban blockade. My daddy was on the ship and part of the blockade. Oh my gosh, that must have been a really scary time for your family. Oh my goodness. Charlotte, drop me a link. Okay, my dear, I will. Uh-oh. Hang on. I'm working on it. DJ, can you drop a link
To
to the stream?
No, I'm
No,
not.
just me.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, no, shit! Sorry, didn't mean to curse. That was a half curse, wasn't it? Was that a half? Is that a half curse?
Yeah.
That was just half. I'm good.
But yeah, so
Oh,
if I was your co-host, I would be able to do that.
oh, like in Pia's streams?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I gotta get back in there, Marcel, but I'm coming.
But
Wait, Jamie said something. Hang on. Oh, hers was Elvis died. Jamie, gosh, that was that was a what do you call it? A line in the sand in time in history. It was momentous occasion.
Yeah.
Sad, terrible, awful. Of course, I know everybody here knows this except for Jamie, but I got to see Elvis in concert when I was 11 years old, 11 or 12. The year before he died, 1976.
All right.
I was 11.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
But
I'll never.
Yeah, the only major history I could say I lived through, I don't remember. It's 9/11. I mean, I was 7 years old at the time. Well, not even. I was like 6, almost 7, with a month before my birthday, and I didn't have a clue what was going on. But I mean, how do you expect a 6-year-old to understand that?
Well, they can't. They can't.
Yeah.
You remember Mike remembers the Kennedy and Nixon debates. Remember when John Lennon was murdered? Yeah, I remember that. Sanford and Son. Heck yeah.
Were you able to get that link?
Did it not show up?
No, I did not see it.
Oh, for the love of Pete. Shh. Copy. See now.
Trying to put the StreamYard link up?
Yes, I sure am. Okay, let's see if that works. Come on.
Okay, you got it.
I got it that time. Okay.
Yeah.
It said on the last one, having trouble connecting. Please check your internet connection.
Okay, but yeah, that's why I asked, because I would see it pop up on my end if it did. So yeah.
Oh gosh, yeah, I guess you were, because you're that much younger than me. Wow. I'm just the old lady in the room, ain't I? I remember Roger Maris hitting 61 homers.
Yep.
Saw Elvis in Macon, Georgia in, I believe, 1972. That was Mike. Mike saw him in 1972 in Macon, Georgia. Nice. I saw him in Jacksonville. Oh, I think we talked about this on a different stream, didn't we, Mike? Who was it? I saw him in Jacksonville. Hey. Oh, I think we talked.
Hey, Marcel.
The cat
I'm
drug
already
in.
on. Hey,
Hey, Marcel, how you doing?
I was still looking at the other screen as usual.
How you doing, Marcel?
I'm used to
But,
hanging out in the
let's
basement
see.
for a little bit.
Hey, James, how are you this evening? It's good to see you.
Yep.
Thank you so much for leaving such a nice comment on my video. Oh, you know what? Grumpus came into my live yesterday, and so did DJ. That live stream was an hour long, and I had 3 people at a time in there. 3 people. I'm like, oh my God, I'm never going live during the day again.
Well,
I was
Well,
so shocked. I was
people
so
just
shocked
aren't
when I
used to
got
it.
that notification.
solid.
Well, I don't usually like to go live during the day because I don't know anybody during the day. You know,
Well,
and
Yeah,
My
but
boss had left the building for a little bit, so I popped on there.
well, I
just to
appreciate
say
it.
hey.
What is it, DJ?
I get 3 people in my live stream every time I go live, and
Really?
that's all I get.
Oh my goodness. Well, and
Like,
you
It
don't
gets
have
better
the
over
panel
time.
up, do
It gets
you?
better over time.
I
It
People
does.
get used to that. You going live in that time frame.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and so I do try to have a panel, but I either get
Hey guys.
peer trolls or another friend of mine, and that's it.
Okay. Well, I'll try. You know, you stream at a time of day when I'm really busy with the kids and everything's going on. Like Friday nights,
Yeah.
you did go on at what, 7-ish?
Well, at my time, I go on at 8.
At 8. For me, it's 7, and that's
Yes.
usually when we're just going crazy around here.
Yeah.
And see, during football season, which is about to kick up, I'm going to be at football games on Friday nights. And
Yeah.
let me
What are
see
the
what
rest of
things
us
that was
supposed to
saying.
do?
Do what?
If you're going to the football games, what's the rest of us supposed to do?
Well, same thing we did last year. I left early. I always leave football games during halftime because I've seen all I want to see. I mean, once the band does the intermission or halftime show, I'm done. I don't need to see anymore.
Yeah.
And our team sucks anyway. They never win. So why stick around? I'll just and now we're going to start letting Violet drive her car to school on Fridays. So that way when the games are over, she can just drive home and Poppy won't have to leave the house to go pick her up or anything like he did last year.
That'll be convenient.
Very. Yeah.
Yeah.
But-
yeah.
She'll have to get on the bus to go to away games with the band. She can't drive herself to the away games. But once they get back to the school, she can drive home from the school to our house. So that'll be great. And
Yeah.
hopefully she'll have that job before too much longer, and she'll be working 2 days a week. Whoop, whoop.
Well,
I told Marcel today what she said to me. I'm going to repeat this, Marcel, because it's real interesting.
Okay.
We were at the bus stop this morning, and Violet and I had already discussed her driving to school on Fridays because of the convenience of not having Wesley leave the house at night to go pick her up.
Mm-hmm.
So she says to me this morning at the bus stop, remember you said I could start driving to school on Monday? I said, excuse me? She said, yeah, you said I could start driving myself to school on next week. And I said, that's not what I said. I said you could start driving to school on Fridays next week. Oh, and then she said something else, wanting to argue with me. And I said, look, here's the way this is going to rock. When you get a job and you start making enough money to put gas in the car, then you can start making frivolous trips to school and back. Until then, you're using the free school bus that comes. I'm not paying for the gas for you to drive back and forth to school. I already pay for everything for her. Everything.
Well, don't y'all
She's
have to pay to
17.
park?
Her birthday is Sunday. She'll be 17 years old. She needs to learn to start doing some things for herself.
Yeah.
Don't you still have to pay to park at the school?
It was $15 for a parking pass for the year.
Yeah.
Wow. I
Yeah.
don't think I ever knew that you had to pay to park at a school.
Yeah, when I was in high school, you had to pay for your spot.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah.
They don't have a spot. They just have a sticker that keeps them from being towed. Yeah.
Well, my high
Times have
school,
changed.
at my high school, I believe they had a circle and had a assigned parking spot. So, yeah,
Oh, you were assigned?
I believe so. I
That's the
mean,
way we were.
I don't know because I never drove.
Right. Dwayne, I never saw any of those folks live in concert. No, I'm sorry.
I'm
I
so
did
jealous
not.
you saw Elvis. Tell me about that. Do you remember?
Oh, God, I remember every second.
Oh my
In
god.
fact, let me tell you the funniest thing. Well, not funny, but the most coincidental thing. My very best friend and I loved Elvis. Her name was Rhonda. And we had been friends all through elementary school. We're both in the 5th grade. I go to school. I'm so excited. I'm like, oh my God, you're not going to believe this. I'm going to see Elvis tonight. She said, oh man, I'm so jealous, blah, 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 blah. And she was really bummed about it all day. She's like, I can't believe you get to go and blah, blah, blah. We get there. Guess who's at the Elvis concert? My best friend Rhonda in the next row.
What?
So my parents, somehow we switched seats, and me and Rhonda got to sit together and scream over Elvis the whole time while our parents sat together in the seats I was supposed to be in. So it was kind of cool, really cool. But yeah, he wore his white jumpsuit, and he was really fat, and he sounded beautiful like an angel, as always. And I was in the nosebleed section, but I had binoculars. And so I watched him through the binoculars and danced, and Glory Hallelujah was the last song he sang, and it was absolutely beautiful. And then they said, Elvis has left the building. And I'm telling you, it still echoes in my ears today. Because what would happen, it was so cool because he would be singing and you didn't think it was over yet. And he would walk off the stage and you're like, okay, what happened? And the band would start playing. Da-da-da, da-da-da, da-da-da. Elvis has left the building. And I'm like, what? No way! But that's the way it went down. I mean, and I think it was to give him a head start to get out because, you know, people were crazy over him.
Oh,
Just
yeah. Oh,
crazy.
Yeah.
But you know what was on my bucket list many, many years ago?
What?
I love Tom Jones, too.
Okay.
Oh, I love Tom Jones. And I wanted to be a grown-up so I could go to a Tom Jones concert and throw my bra at him. That's what all the ladies did. They would throw their underclothes at Tom Jones. It was crazy.
Well,
But
apparently they used to do it to Elvis, too.
Well, yeah, they did. They did. Well, I was in somebody's chat the other day, and I was talking about when I saw Elvis, and somebody said something, and they alluded to that fact. I don't know if they actually came out and said it, but they alluded to it. And I said, no, I threw my training bra at him because, you know, I was only like 10 or 12, so whatever. 10, 11, 12. I forget how old I was in 76, but that's the year I saw him. It was the year before he died. And, yeah, it was devastating news. And actually, I was really devastated when Princess Diana passed away.
Oh, my God. Me too.
I
I was watching it.
At 3 o'clock in the morning, and
Yep.
I made bagels and cream cheese and tea. And my friend and I bawled our eyes out, and we watched
Yeah.
the whole thing live.
Well, I remember being, I
I'm-
think I was watching either Saturday Night Live or Late Night with David Letterman or one of those crazy late night shows. And the special news alert came
Yeah.
on.
Me
yeah,
too, me too.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what?
I was up when that happened too.
Yep.
I just
the
couldn't.
skinny, long-faced reporter. I can't remember his name, but he got into a big scandal in the 2000s over cheating on his wife and stuff. But just skinny, long-faced reporter.
Gorgonzola or,
Um.
oh God, what's his damn name?
Oh God. Hold
I
on.
said Gorgonzola, didn't I?
Well, it
It's not
sounded.
Gorgonzola, y'all.
It sounded.
God, what was it? Stephanopoulos. Stephanopoulos.
What'd you call
Is
it?
that the one?
No. Let's see. Hold on. Reporter in the 2000s. Oh shit. What was his name? Sorry, I didn't say that right.
Yeah, you did.
Hold on. I'll find him. Male reporter. What was his name? Oh my God. Apparently, there's a lot of reporters in the early 2000s. Okay, reporter in the 90s.
Well, do you remember what channel you were watching?
I do not, but I can. His name is Brian.
Kill me.
Hold on. I'll find him.
Dwayne, on that video, if you see the black-haired lady in the front row, that Elvis scarf, that's my Aunt Barbara. That's awesome, Jamie. Her aunt got a scarf from Elvis. How cool is that? Because, you know, he used to wipe his forehead and have the scarves around and he'd throw them to the crowd. And, oh, Lord, what I wouldn't give for one of those scarves. But I got to see him, and I'm happy with that. I'm super happy with that.
Who was it?
Our stickers had the parking spot number on it. Oh, that's cool. And you know what, Mike? I wanted to tell you, I saw the tribute concert for Lynyrd Skynyrd, but I never saw actual Lynyrd Skynyrd. They had a tribute band years later, and I saw them. But my dad was friends with Ronnie Van Zant. They went to the same middle school or junior high school together, and they were from the same neighborhood. And I used to sell jewelry to Donnie Van Zant's wife all the time when I worked at the jewelry store. She lived in the neighborhood behind the building that the jewelry store was in, and she'd come in all the time. That woman, she'd buy whatever she wanted. And I sold it to her too, man. Ain't no telling how much money I made off of her.
Brian Williams.
Brian Williams. Did he cry?
He just looked as shocked as anybody.
Right.
Like he couldn't believe what he was reporting.
Look what Tom said. Oh God, I gotta keep up with this chat. That's the most entertaining thing I've heard all night. Tom, show us. Come on up here and show us. It'll be great. See,
Yeah,
I knew
Tom,
I liked Tom.
Come on up.
Good.
Should Grumpus, are you feeling better?
Oh yeah, whole lot better. Yeah, I'm about to get my energy back.
Your energy.
That's the worst part. It just
Yep.
it just saps the life right out of you.
It's like somebody just unplugs you from the wall socket.
There were
Boom.
many nights I slept in a chair in the living room because
Right.
I just didn't want to get up and go to bed. It
Right.
just seemed like
Right.
too much effort.
Yeah.
But that's all history now. So we're
Thank goodness. Thank
Is this
goodness.
is that the first time you've had COVID?
yes.
Yeah, me too. I've only had it once.
See, I got vaccinated, but it's been almost 2 years
3
now.
years?
I got vaccinated in October. A year ago, October.
Mhm.
It's better than nothing. Tell you what.
So, but I didn't go back and get my booster. So
Mm.
I had one shot, but I never went back for the second one, so I'm kind of right there with you.
That's what I did.
Mm.
I'm like, screw that. Now we got to worry about the monkeypox.
No, my
Who's not had a
son-
smallpox vaccination?
The
You
monkeypox
haven't,
is
and
so-
you haven't.
I haven't had
But-
that either.
Nope.
smallpox, I don't think I have.
Yes, you have. All of us got
Smallpox?
one.
Smallpox I
No,
have,
the
but
thing-
not.
You didn't get that?
Nope.
Oh,
well,
wow.
I think you probably did when
None
you
of
were
us
a kid.
None of us kids got vaccinated when we were little.
Are you serious?
My parents didn't believe in it and wouldn't do it.
I'll be darned.
They even had
I got all
meetings at
kinds
the
of-
school because they weren't going to let us kids come unless we were vaccinated.
Right?
And of course, my mom, she's a lot like you, Charlotte. She stormed in there and slapped her Bible on the guy's desk and says, if
I'm
everybody else,
not going to do that.
she says, if everybody else is vaccinated, my kids shouldn't get anything.
Well, and that's true. I can see her point in that.
So she played the religion card. None of us kids got vaccinated, and we all went to school.
Good.
Right or wrong,
Well-
that's my history.
Right, right. No, I got all my vaccinations, and I even
Me
got
too.
the smallpox vaccination. And they say that smallpox one protects you from the monkeypox. Of course, I think so does not being a freak,
Yeah.
It's
or at least
so
a little
crazy.
adventurous between the sheets. I think that prevents you from getting the monkeypox.
Mm.
You were a pincushion when you were little. To
Yeah,
put
I
it
got
politely,
all my
monkeypox only affects a certain segment of the population. Exactly, Dwayne. Well.
Mm.
Well,
Here's what
it's
concerns me about
interesting-
that.
It's interesting that they've come across with basically a cure for AIDS.
Mm-hmm.
They've come across with a treatment for it over 2 decades, 3 decades. They've come across a treatment for it now where basically they can beat the virus with this treatment, and now there's this
That come
setting
around.
where it's
Well, and
affecting
see,
just a
I'll
certain
tell you
population.
something. This is what disturbs me about monkeypox, and that the news talking about that segment of the population being the victims of this virus. Children are getting it.
Yeah, like they're trying to spin it and make it political.
But children
think they
don't
will.
do those grown-up things. At least they're not supposed to.
Yeah.
So,
Mm.
how's that happening? So I'm wondering, look, I'm always a conspiracy person to some degree. I don't trust. That's what it is. It's not that I'm a conspiracy person. I don't make this shit up.
Well,
I-
Reagan had it right. Trust but verify.
Right. Well, and when something doesn't make sense, it just damn well doesn't make sense. So if it only affects homosexual males, then why are children getting it?
Yeah, that's terrifying.
It is.
Well, before,
Now we know why. I'm sorry. Go ahead, DJ. I'm sorry.
before we get into it, I'm gonna check out and go to bed. Good night, everyone.
Good night,
Good night,
DJ.
DJ. We love you.
Good seeing
Glad,
you, DJ.
glad I got to hang out with
Mwah.
you for a little bit, DJ.
Yeah, same
I'll tell you what my mom used to tell me. Sleep
Good to see
tight.
you.
Don't let bed bugs bite.
Yeah, that's what my mom used to tell me.